That's your soul saying, oh.
Hello beautiful souls, thank you for joining me today for this beautiful twin flame reading. It's Tuesday the 21st of March 2023, so it's the new moon in Aries today. So I do hope you're all doing well and you're staying focused, believing and trusting in that knowing, in that love that you feel so deeply within you, trusting yourself and being very kind to yourself as well, because things are very intense when we experience the moon, the full moon or the new moon. So I thought I'd use the Moonology manifestation to start the reading today because it's the new moon in Aries. I'm going to use some other decks as well. So there's a beautiful deck, the manifestation deck. Thank you to all of you for the love and support that you give me. I am so very grateful to each one of you. And if you are new to my channel, I do use the labels Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, because that's how I channel. Please don't be offended. Just put it into your situation, how it resonates with you. I do realise it's just energy. So I'm starting with the Divine Masculines. I didn't mention that, to see what their current energy is and what they're working through, how they're feeling. And I'll get some communication from the Divine Masculines, heart space, from their true self, what they want to show and express to the Divine Feminines, and then I'm going to go on to the Divine Feminines to see what's occurring for the Divine Feminines, what their current energy is, what they're working through, what they're releasing, how they're feeling. So let's see what's coming through. First of all, for the Divine Masculines, nice clear message for the Divine Masculines. So let's see. New moon in Capricorn, step up and take the lead. So it's time for them to step up. So they're stepping up, being in their power and moving forwards. And this new moon in Aries is about taking action, really moving forwards, and it's about new beginnings. So this is also earth energy. So they could be really dealing and stepping up and dealing with things, earthly matters, that things that are going on in the physical right now. But they're, you know, to be able to step up, take the lead, you have to be in your power, being truthful, being honest with yourself. And because of everything that's been coming through recently, these decisions and actions is coming from a place of unconditional love, and that's why they're getting strength to step up. And at the bottom of the deck is new moon in I was going to say Libra, new moon in Gemini. Think it through, yeah. So they're being very careful about taking the lead, because their actions are so different now to how they used to be. They're actually coming from this place of unconditional love in their heart space. So they're being very aware of the thoughts and the way that they're thinking about this situation, that they're stepping up and changing in their life, moving forwards. Instead of looking at it from a place of fear, they're looking at by being so much more open-minded and so much more flexible, and just, you know, observing how they're dealing with situations and how things are making them feel. So this is about taking responsibility with their actions, and, you know, they know that they've got to step up and take the lead, and they know that they can take the lead and get strength and courage by being honest, by being the unconditional love that they are. That's where they get that power from. So that's absolutely beautiful. So next I'm going to be using this beautiful deck, Divine Abundance, to see what else is going to come through. Divine Masculines. So you know the Divine Masculines are being really pushed to step up, making decisions and taking actions carefully and thinking it through from a place of unconditional love, not allowing the ego to take control. They're seeing things with truth so much more clearly now, and observing, taking responsibility of themselves. What else is it that we need to know today on this very powerful day? And extraordinary, this beautiful peacock, look. And There's a wild and impetuous in uniqueness to you, and it deserves to be honoured. So this is about the divine masculines really spreading their wings, spreading their feathers, and feeling confident that they are different, that they're respecting and feeling comfortable with their uniqueness, honouring this uniqueness. They're moving forwards in such a different way, not pretending they're something they're not. They're holding their head up high and coming out of their shell. They're really feeling so powerful with what's coming through, as you can see with this peacock, and at the bottom of the deck is receiving. Yeah, so they're open to receive because they're spreading their wings. They're coming out of their comfort zone because they're being real and truthful. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Yeah, they're trusting themselves, and that's where they're getting the confidence from now. They're believing in themselves, and this is because of this special connection, relationship with higher power. They're open to receive this warmth, this love from God, the universe, the angels. So that's absolutely wonderful news, isn't it? They're stepping up, taking the lead, feeling so powerful, and just honouring how extraordinary they are, and just embracing this, feeling good, feeling worthy, not trying to be something they're not trying to compare themselves, or that brings you back down into that low vibe, into that low vibration. They're just pushing through no matter what, and yeah, this is just absolutely fantastic. So let's see what comes through with the soul's journey. What else wants to come through for the divine masculine's energy today? And this is coming through, this energy for the divine masculines, because the divine feminines are really focusing on themselves and understanding this journey and what it is all about, giving this unconditional love to themselves, stepping up and taking the lead, not hanging about or waiting and thinking that they've got to do this and do that. They're actually moving forwards with confidence, living the life, on putting it in place to live the life of their dreams and desires, trusting that knowing. And they're, the divine feminines have come out and, of their comfort zone and spreading their wings. And this is why this, because it does come through. It does start with the divine feminines. There you go. They know what their divine purpose is to just be themselves and to be content with who they are. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm here to do. Yeah. They're understanding, which is changing so much in their life. Everything is just coming in for the divine masculines because of this. And this is about, because they're learning to be, themselves, being content and accepting their extraordinary and their uniqueness. Is a bit of a mouthful. They're actually moving forwards with what they know that they're meant to do as well. They're noticing and being honest about their gifts and their talents, instead of going, oh, well, no, I'm not good enough for that, I need to be better at that, or, that isn't going to work for me because that's not possible, because you need this and you need that. They're actually moving forwards and doing things that they love to do, which feels good to them because they're feeling worthy of that, and they're not putting all these thoughts, the nonsense that they've been listening to, and holding themselves back because of fear and because of the program, the condition, thinking that, that you have to do this and you have to do that. Just learning to be changes everything, and everything does just come to us. We're allowing ourselves to receive guidance. We're allowing magical, amazing things to happen, and we're allowing abundance in, and that gives us confidence to keep moving forwards. And it is all because of this beautiful relationship with higher power, and this is wonderful. And change, and this is about, as well, these colours is about crown chakra activation and showing this strong connection with higher power. with God, the universe, the angels, and a little bit of this colour is about third eye chakra as well, but we've got the blue and the green as well, so a lot is going on with the chakras being activated. And you know, we know the divine masculines are in their heart space, and every action they're taking is from a place of unconditional love. So and this change, orange, is about sacral chakra, being so much more creative in their life because they're trusting themselves, feeling good, not thinking, oh well, I've got to be this and I've got to be the best or whatever. They're not doing all that anymore. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, and they know that they've, you know, to move forwards, that they've got to come out of their comfort zone and show who they truly are. And this is about passion and sexuality as well, just acceptance of self with the sacral chakra. And there is so much the divine masculines want to share and express with the throat chakra here as well, and they're preparing for this. And we've got in the center here of this beautiful flower is the solar plexus as well, so a lot going on, as I said, with the chakras. So this is absolutely fabulous. And each time I'm doing the readings, it does come through stronger and stronger, how much the divine masculines and the divine feminines are just moving so quickly now and progressing so quickly. And you could be feeling that as well, where you're seeing things in the physical, where it's just like everything just feels like it's magic because it's falling into place. So let's see what the divine masculines would love to share and express from their heart space in this reading today. So I'm going to use the divine masculine honesty and realizations, this beautiful deck from beautiful Sandra from World Illuminator 1111. So what is it the divine masculines would love to share and express in this wonderful energy today of truth? There's too many that fell. There was about 10, so that was too many, because there will be a DM to DF that's going up a bit later if you're a divine feminine that is watching, if you're interested. So I'm only going to pick 3 cards from this deck because I want to go on to the divine feminine's energy. Feel, yeah, allowing themselves to feel. I've never felt for anyone the way that I feel about you, and I never will. I also feel the love that you send me. Thank you very much. I really need it. It helps me to keep going. Yeah. And the reason why they're receiving this love, divine feminines, and allowing themselves to feel this now and not trying to block it, is because you're giving this unconditional love to yourself. It may seem as if you're not doing anything towards your divine masculine, but that's the whole point. You're giving it to yourself instead, and that's how this works, because you're one soul. Whatever you're doing and giving to yourself, by putting yourself first, by giving unconditional love to yourself, you're doing for your divine masculine. And it's so hard for us to come away from the ego, because we're so used to seeing people as separate from us. This physical person, your divine masculine, is separate from us, as if it's the same as any other relationship, as if it's a soulmate relationship, and it isn't. It isn't going to work how any other relationship that you've had worked, or how you think a relationship is going to work, because this is a whole new thing, because it's a relationship with yourself, and having this relationship with yourself and experiencing the greatest love of all, to love yourself unconditionally. You receive this beautiful gift from God. So the physical person, and then you grow together and you learn together, and this relationship is going to be so spectacular, because you're not going to have all of the toxicity, the negativity, you know, the fears and things that we experience in previous relationships, or how it was before with your divine masculine, because you've cleared that in this preparation, because you haven't got to worry about the physical person. What you've got to worry about, where your energy's at, how you're feeling, and taking responsibility of yourself. And when you're doing that, your divine masculine reflects that back to you anyway. So it's just is something else. It's something, it's so special, and to be on this journey, you are so blessed. And I know that at times we do feel very upset. We experience so much pain. That's because we're the old self, who we thought that we were, is dying, that we've been with for such a long time, and you're remembering your truth, and it is painful coming away from things that you've believed for such a long time, and it makes you feel in this despair and change. It's so different, and you just feel so alone. But you're being loved so deeply to remove things that you're no longer aligned with, and the fact that you are, you know, moving back home, remembering who you truly are. And from now on, what you're learning is that you're coming from soul, not from ego. So let's see, suffering inside. I act like all is well in my world, like I'm not bothered that you are not in my life anymore. But the truth is, I'm suffering inside. I just hide it from everyone else. Yeah, so again, it's very confusing to the ego, for you divine feminines at times, because it seems as if the divine masculines just don't feel anything. They're just getting on with their life, and that they haven't grown, and you know, they're just being very cold. That isn't the truth. The truth is they're suffering inside, and the reason why they could come across that way is because they're reflecting back to you what's going on within you, how you're treating yourself as well. And divine masculines just deal with things differently, and which is all divine. It's all perfect, because it pushes you to deal with your wounds, divine feminines, and by you dealing with your wounds, because you have the same core wounds, your divine masculine does as well. So that's why it is so important that you focus on yourself. Change. I'm working on changing my life and bettering myself so I can become the person that I'm truly meant to be for myself and for us. Yeah. And we've got change coming through twice in this reading, and growing up. Yeah. During this time of us being apart, I'm growing up and I'm changing my ways. I'm no longer the person that I used to be. No, they're not no longer that person anymore, because you're no longer that person anymore, because that has been dying. And, you know, all the old templates, you're changing that by changing what's going on within yourself as well. And you're making new templates. You're setting an example to this world, you and your divine masculine. And when you do come together, it is going to be an explosion, because the energy is going to be so powerful, because it's so pure, and that is going to radiate out into the universe, and is going to be so healing. And you're going to be part of healing this world by just being your true authentic self and having this relationship with the physical person. It's just amazing. So they have changed and they have grown up. They've had this spiritual growth, however it seems to you, divine feminines. And as I said, there is more messages that are going to go up a bit later, but it's absolutely beautiful, this energy today. So let's see what comes through for the divine feminine's energy today. So I'm going to be using the Moonology Oracle deck, same as I did for the divine masculine. So what is it that we need to know about the divine feminine's current energy, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing? And if any of you guys would like any extra support on your twin flame journey, on your spiritual journey, all the information about the services I offer is in the description box down below. And there is a new reading that I'm doing. It's 30 minutes long with a personal message from your divine masculine. So what is it that we need to know about the divine feminine's current energy, how they're feeling, what they're experiencing, what they're working through on this very powerful day of the new moon in Aries? And if you haven't already, go and check out the new moon in Aries. I forgot to mention that earlier because it is now up. So that one flipped out, so I wanted to go wild. And that come through for the full moon in Virgo, I'm sure, for the divine masculine. So this is fire energy, which is Aries and Sagittarius also. And this is about full moon in Leo, and Leo is all about strong, feeling so strong, courageous and so passionate and going wild. So you're feeling as if, you know, we've got the peacock here for the divine masculines, spreading the feathers, spreading their wings. And you're coming out of your shell and spreading your wings, as I mentioned earlier, going wild and actually doing things that you've never done before, because, and dealing with things so differently because of the confidence that you have in yourself, because of the peace that you've made with yourself, with this acceptance of who you are, and because you're seeing yourself so differently through the eyes of God, how God sees you. You're accepting this so much more in your life, and you could just be feeling like you're going wild today, feeling excited, you know, just getting things done, and just, you know, with confidence. Know you are loved, new meaning Libra, so about balance as well. Really balancing things out in your life, and that's why you've got more energy to go wild. You're not allowing the ego to rule you anymore, or you're being pushed. This is also about you're being pushed to bring more balance into your life with Libra, and know that you're loved. And when you're accepting your own love, loving yourself, unconditional love, and this love from God, you know you're so loved. And this is what you're learning about, and this is what's giving you confidence at the moment. So that's absolutely beautiful as well. I knew it'd be like that for the divine feminines because of what come through for the divine masculine energy. So I'm going to use the divine abundance next to see what else is coming through. What else is it you need to know about the divine feminines? You know that they're going wild, feeling strong, passion, going for their desires, doing things differently with confidence, knowing that they're so loved, bringing balance into their life. What else is going on today that we need to know about? Beautiful. Sacrifice, and this is about the root chakra that's coming through here, bringing stability into your life. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Yeah, that's what you have been doing. Learning about yourself and learning just to be peaceful and to be in the present moment. And you may have felt previously, or you could be feeling this today, where you've sacrificed so much to get where you are right now. But this is such a blessing, and it's about you surrendering to the journey, surrendering to God, because when we do that, we're showing that actually we're not coming from ego, that we're just being, we're content, and we're trusting how things are going to unfold, trusting the knowing that we have, all of that, and inner child stuff. So there's lots of inner child stuff that you maybe have dealt with on your journey. You've sacrificed so much, but it's all part of you just surrendering to God. And this is such a beautiful experience to heal the inner child by, you know, seeing yourself as a child and nurturing this child, of how you felt at certain times when you was a child and you didn't feel that you got the love at the time to help you. You're giving this to yourself now, having those moments with yourself. And this is about throat chakra activation as well, expressing yourself. Maybe you wasn't able to express, you wasn't able to use your voice as a child because nobody was listening to you. This is all changing now. And allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to this deepest needs, and let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Yeah, that you're nurturing and loving yourself now of things that really upset you as a child. You're not relying on anybody, or you're not attacking anybody how you used to attack because of those wounds that were within you. And you may not have been aware of that. That's how you behaved towards other people or towards yourself. But we do have to, everything's stripped away. We have to go back to those wounds that have been so buried and address them, because as I always say to you, nothing can be hidden. We have to deal with all this, and by you soothing that, your whole outlook and your whole approach to life towards others is so different, because you're soothing yourself, you're loving yourself, and you're receiving so much more love from others because you've changed about how you deal with things. And you could, we know that so many of you are very gentle souls and you're loving and caring or whatever, but this is different now, because there may have been times, even though you're a gentle person or whatever, and you could really attack because of you were hurting inside. And that's the only time that anybody does, hurts another or is aggressive to another or responds in a harsh way, is because they're hurting within themselves or they push people away. Now you're learning to nurture that inner child and surrender as well. Surrender, and that is giving you so much more energy, as I said, because you're not controlling, you're not trying to fix everything, and you're being so much more content. You're not wasting your time being obsessed all the time, and that you could have been quite addicted to being negative and addicted to those ways of thinking, really being hard on yourself and how you're speaking to yourself. That could have been something that was addiction, or there could have been things recently that you've moved away from, that you have been addicted to, that hasn't, that no longer serves you. You've been pushed to do that because you're following your calling, your soul calling. So, and it's bringing this stability in, because we've got the root chakra. We've got quite a lot of yellow as well with the solar plexus. So I do hope that resonates. So next I'm going to be using the Soul's Journey, this beautiful deck, to see what comes through for the Divine Feminines. So what else is it that we need to know about the Divine Feminines? Beautiful energy. They're working through what they're experiencing. Nice clear message, please. What they feeling today. Success, yes, bringing success. Things that you've sacrificed by you just surrendering to God, letting go of control, letting go of things that no longer serve you. It's bringing stability, as I said, and success. You're seeing this success so much more in your life because of the things that you've sacrificed, because you've said goodbye and move forwards, and because you've learned how to nurture your inner child, to nurture yourself and give this unconditional love to yourself. And when you do all of those things, you're so much more compassionate and understanding to others, people in your life, because you've soothed that part of you, and you're more how they feel and why they're behaving in a certain way. If there's somebody that is around you that's that you find difficult at times, and judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, which is everything I've just said. Having compassion, understanding, not judging people, not comparing yourself to others, and just letting go of everything and allowing everybody to be, not allowing those things to affect you about what other people say anymore, because of the love that you're giving yourself and the love that you're receiving from higher power, and because of that, the love that you're receiving from everybody else. You're seeing response, different people responding to you differently as well. That is what's coming through. Everything is success, and there's so much more that's success that's coming in. So keep letting go. Keep going wild. Be excited. Celebrate you. Celebrate life. Feel passionate about life. And that's where you get your strength from surrendering as well, because you're not trying to control everything, work everything out. You're just being in the present moment and gaining so much power. And that is you creating your next moment to be fantastic as well, because that's how it works, because you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking too far ahead, you're where you are and content. So thank you so much for joining me on this, for this beautiful twin flame journey. I do feel as if I've gone on a bit today, but it was all meant to be, and I hope it's made you smile and it uplifted you and helped you understand about the twin flame journey, because it is very confusing at times when we're coming from ego. And if you would like support, like I said earlier, all the information is in the description box down below. And if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, like and share, because it really does help my channel grow. And I'm sending you all so much love, my support, my strength and light, and I love you all so very much. See ya.
What's your soul saying? Oh.